My name is Robert Vaughan. I'm Salim Mansur's campaign manager. Welcome you to the official opening of Salim Mansur's campaign office. Glad you could be here. Maxime Bernier has joined us today to spend a lot of time in London, meeting and greeting with the candidates, some of whom are here today. Bela Kosoian for London Fanshawe, Mike McMullen, London West. I got the names here. Dan Wrobel, Brantford, Brant, long way to come. Dave Wrobel. And Rory Tekanoff from Perth, Wellington. So without further ado, I would ask that Salim, Mary Lou Ambrosio, who is the office manager here and is a much more important job than I have, come up with me. Maxime, if you would like to join me up here as well. And Susan Kassan, Susan Stevenson. Susan Stevenson is the official agent for Salim Mansur, and she takes all the responsibility. She signs the checks. She's the one whose life is on the line. So, Maxime, would you like to say a few words first before we open the office?
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you very much. And, it is my best time in politics. When we decided to start the People's Party of Canada, a couple of months ago, actually 12 months next Saturday, a lot of people were saying, this is a one-man show. Bernie won't be able to build a party ready for the next election. But today, we are telling them that we are a real national political party with candidates like Salim and all the team here all across the country. Up to now, we have 320 candidates selected and approved by Election Canada. We'll have a full slate of candidates in a couple of days from now. So yes, we have great candidates, and I'm very proud of that, because when you started a new party based on principles, individual freedom, personal responsibility, respect, and fairness, in the beginning, I was looking, I said, I hope I'll be able to be successful. But you helped me a lot, because after...
Is it respectful and fair to be racist with your policies on immigration? I'm asking you a question.
I cannot...
Can you answer my question?
Freedom of speech exists in Canada.
I would like to know.
I cannot... I cannot... I will answer... I will answer the question. We cannot be racist when we are Canadians. So. And it's because we believe in this country. We want this country to be like that in 25 years. And we have candidates from different faith, from different political backgrounds, from different ethnicity. And they all together because they share our values. Yes, respect, fairness, individual freedom, and personal responsibility. And people who came in Canada to build this country with Francophone, Anglophone, First Nation, they came here because they wanted to share our Canadian values. And speaking about Canadian values and speaking about Canadian identity, yes, there's a nation here in Canada. Justin Trudeau said we are the first post-national post-national state. Yeah, post-national state. Yeah, I cannot say that because it's not true. So we are a nation and we are proud, and we want people that will come here, share our values, equality before the law, equality between men and women, separation of the religious and the state, respect, tolerance, pluralism. And yes, we want people who will come here to be part of our Canadian society. And we want more economic immigrants. So when I'm speaking about economic immigrants, it's a person that come here because an entrepreneur in this country will need that person for their skill or experience. So we have only now 26% of Canadians or foreigners that are coming to Canada that are economic immigrants. 74% of them are not economic immigrants. We must to increase the ratio of economic immigrants, and we'll do that with 50% of our newcomers will come here because they will have a job, and it will be easier for these people to integrate and be part of our society when you have a job. And so, yes, we have to look at what's happening in Quebec right now. As you know, at the Roxham Road in Quebec, I think it is unfair, speaking about fairness, that these fake refugees are crossing the border, and we want to help the real refugees that are waiting in another country where their life is in danger. So that's why we have a very precise and Canadian immigration policy. Our immigration system must be there to fulfill our economic needs, and it is not that right now. I said that with 350,000 immigrants a year, that's mass immigration, because after 3 years you'll have 1 million people. It is the population of Nova Scotia, and having 350,000 a year every year, it would be too difficult for us to be sure that these people will be well integrated in our society and will participate in our society. We are very generous as Canadians, and that's why we need to look at it and being sure that these people will be able to participate in our society. So that's a position that we need to have this debate with other political parties, and it's too bad that we are the only one who speak about it. But 49% of Canadians are saying that they want fewer immigrants. Only 6% are saying they want more immigrants. So that's a position. That's why the People's Party must be there to fight for Canadians, to fight for the people, putting the people first and our country first. And that's the principle of our foundation, the foundation of our party. So I'm very proud to fight with that with our candidates all across the country. And I can tell you that it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. I hope that we will be part of the national debate. That will start, we will have the answer about our participation next Monday. I'm pretty sure, and I hope that it will be a positive answer for us, because without us, it won't be a debate. Andrew Scheer and the Liberals and the NDP and the Green, they're all the same about balancing the budget, about immigration, about corporate welfare. We have so many policies that are different. We need to be there to debate. We think that it is unfair to tax a small business entrepreneur here in London and forcing him or her to pay taxes and giving that to SNC-Lavalin or GM or Bombardier. So we need to have a fair policy, and that's why we can save $5 billion there, and we'll have a flat tax for business. That's a fair policy. So on every subject, they don't have the courage to do the bold reforms that need to be done in this country. That's important. And for them, not balancing the budget, it is not responsible. And if you're a real conservative person that believe in a responsible fiscal government, you need to balance the budget in 2 years. Andrew Scheer said that he won't be able to do that. He will do that in 5 years, like Justin Trudeau. It's not conservative saying that. Under Andrew Scheer, the Conservative Party of Canada now, it is not a conservative party anymore. It is a centrist and pragmatic political party, and Andrew Scheer said that himself a couple of months ago. They don't have the courage to speak to Canadians about where we can save money to balance the budget. We can save money by cutting CBC Radio-Canada. We'll save $1 billion there. We can save money also by, looking at the expenses in foreign aids. We are generous Canadians. We are very generous. We will be there if there is a humanitarian crisis or an environmental disaster. We need to be there, and we'll be there. But we don't have to be there with our money to fight climate change in Africa. Justin Trudeau will give $2.3 billion to fight climate change in Africa. So we need to bring back that money and work for our country first. And that's part of our proposal. So that's why we need to be in the debate. And I think the Commissioner, Mr. Johnson, will see the light and invite us at the debate. And you can be sure that will be one of the first time in Canadian politics when you will have a real debate, when you will have a politician that will answer the question, and you'll be able to understand, because I'm speaking like you, I won't use a code language to, no, I'm speaking about what we believe in, and I will be able to explain why we believe in our Canadian values in our country, and that would be very interesting. But I want our candidates also to have some debates in the election, and be sure to look at our candidates, because they will be on the stage and they will be able to debate in their riding. That will be interesting also. They will be great, they will debate, and we are starting something now. But we need you, and I'll close with that. We need you. Help me to help you, so we need you to volunteers, to give money to your candidate in your riding association, to at the same time also be very active on social media, to speak to your friends, your family about our policy, and to know our policy also. It's all on our website, peoplespartyofcanada.ca. You can look at all our policies over there. So be well informed, help us, and all together I can tell you that we are starting the common sense revolution in this country. Thank you.
Thank you, Maxime. Thank you very much. Thank you, Maxime. We'll do the official opening of Salim Mansur's campaign office now, after which Salim would like to say a few words.
Yeah.
So let's just open the office. Come on. Maxime, Salim,
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah. That's your office.
No, Maxime.
1, 2, 3.
Salim, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah.
Well, friends, I want to thank all of you for coming out this morning, coming out for the opening, coming out to greet Maxime. It is such a privilege to have Maxime take the time from his very, very busy schedule, going right across the country, but finding a window for us in London to come down, and not only come down to open this office with us, but to spend pretty much the whole day with us. This is an immense gift, isn't it? So somehow, in that situation, which is mysterious and in that sense sacred, we're not going to get into analysis of how it happens. Maxime loves Londoners, and Londoners love Maxime. And you, So thank you, my friends. And I will just say this to all that Maxime has said, and Maxime has much more to say this evening, and we're going to talk about it. But I'll say this, where we are at this moment in our history, in our lives, in our country, is the trust is broken. Trust is broken, and when trust is broken, things begin to fall apart. And anarchy, as the great poet Yeats says, is let loose. However, the remedy is also here. The remedy is Maxime and the People's Party of Canada and you and I, the people. We have to restore trust. And the way we restore trust is that we break political correctness and talk freely about our country, about us, about what we feel, what we think. And once we do that, we will again bring back Canada and make Canada once again the most envied country in the world. So thank you, my friends. Thank you very much.